All right, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today. Like, comment, subscribe. Jump over to the vlog channel, subscribe. Okay, thank you all for being here today in our humble abode. This is...
You sound like a lecture hall teacher.
7 countries that have turned on American travelers. 2025 update. It's a very small channel. They're called Uncovered Globe. I'll put the original video in the description. All right, let's see which countries have turned their backs on us.
In 2025, the world agrees on one thing. America has lost its shine.
Fuck America.
From Europe to Latin America to even longtime allies, the image of the U.S. has shifted from respected partner to controversial outsider. And American travelers are feeling it. They're reporting longer customs checks, sharper glares, and even outright hostility, not because of who they are as individuals, but
I'm not from America any longer.
I know.
but because of the passport they carry. This isn't fear-mongering. It's happening now. If countries used to welcome Americans with open arms,
Wait, okay.
That's Vegas.
they stop. Today, we're breaking down 7
no,
countries.
It's not. It actually is. I thought it was Vegas.
7 countries that have turned on American travelers in 2025. Not just political shifts, but real consequences on the ground. So before you plan your next trip, or even believe that the world still sees America the same, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Because this isn't just a travel story.
Yeah.
It's a global wake-up call. Number 7, Turkey. From tourist favorite to political flashpoint. For years, Turkey ranked among the top dream destinations for American tourists. Istanbul's
Did it
skyline, Cappadocia.
Yeah, babe, where are people going to get their hair transplants?
I know, that's a good point.
Balloon-filled skies, and prices that made it feel like luxury on a budget. But in 2025, the mood has changed, and fast. According to recent Gallup polling, over 80% of Turks now hold an unfavorable view of the U.S. That's one of the steepest drops in public sentiment in the region.
Why?
From the U.S.'s support for Kurdish groups, to NATO friction, to America's strong pro-Israel stance, politics has spilled into the streets. Travelers report being asked pointed questions in cafes, followed in markets, or even chanted at with Trump references as a slur. One American woman visiting Izmir was warned by...
If you're trying to offend us, that's not going to be the way to do it.
Yeah, because...
I promise you that. Because
Yeah.
there's a good chance if they're out there traveling, they aren't someone who voted for Trump.
locals to
You would
pretend
think.
to be Canadian if she didn't want attention. Turkey remains breathtaking, but the message is clear. You may still be welcome, but not warmly. Number 6, Mexico. You'd think
makes
proximity
sense.
Yeah, it makes
would
sense.
protect the relationship.
Yeah.
But for Mexico, 2025 has been a breaking point. Long-standing frustrations over border policies, military aid, and aggressive U.S. political rhetoric have boiled over. According to Reforma, only 28% of Mexicans view the U.S. favorably, the lowest in over a decade. For American travelers, this is no longer just about cartels or safety zones.
Stop.
It's about being visibly American. Some tourists now avoid speaking English in public. Others have removed U.S. logos from their backpacks or opted for non-American airlines just to keep a low profile. One California couple visiting Mexico City said they were ignored at restaurants until they switched to speaking Spanish. If the U.S.-Mexico relationship was once a handshake...
Okay, that could be anything. Let's be real. It's not a solely American thing to speak English. There are people who come from Europe who speak English because that's like technically a global language, you know?
Yeah,
It's the most common second language, if not first language. So anyway, it could just be maybe they didn't speak English, and God for fucking bid, you have to like find another. Anyway,
across the border. It now feels like a clenched fist under the table. Number 5.
That is what my friend said, though. I have a friend who goes to Tijuana, and he said now it feels more like they're being way more detailed about like looking at all your documents and everything like that.
what do you mean?
Like to pass through to Mexico. He was saying like before they used to just be like, yeah, go ahead. But now that they're just getting more annoyed with U.S. people going over. Yeah.
Okay.
Germany.
That's fair.
Germany, once a rock-solid ally, is now questioning everything.
Oh, Germany.
In 2025, a joint Pew survey revealed Only 32% of Germans trust the US, and just 16% believe America will have a positive impact globally. What changed?
Well, Germany, how would you feel if you came to... I sound like such a Karen.
I know.
How would you feel if you came to America and I treated you like garbage for Hitler's actions?
Shut the fuck up. Okay, come on.
Massive disagreements over climate policy, military involvement in Eastern Europe, and Washington's support of far-right European parties have sparked protests across Germany.
Yeah.
Tesla sales have plunged 70% due to boycotts of American products, and diplomatic relations are at a post-World War II low. Americans visiting Berlin or Munich now report awkward conversations and being challenged over their government.
Dude, that's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
I'm
so
sorry.
I mean,
I agree with that.
in that case, like if we were to go travel to these places, trust me, we view life and humans and policies the same way that most of these other countries do too.
Yeah, it's also kind of funny because Brian loves to talk to people, like in general, and I'm the opposite. So I kind of like wait and pray on him doing that, and I'm like, I'll just wait for him to, open the dialogue.
The conversation, yeah.
And whenever people ask where we're from, and we say, and then you sense a tone change for obvious reasons, and I would probably be the same way. But then Brian will be like, yeah, we don't support the blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden they're like friendly and they're like, yeah, that's great, whatever. So I don't think there's anything wrong with wherever people visit, if they're from America, and if the locals bring up our government and all the bullshit. I don't think there's anything wrong
with
I don't
think so
policies.
Yeah.
The famous German efficiency is still there, but the warmth, it's gone cold. Number 4, United Kingdom.
I don't know about this one.
I need y'all to take a back seat with that one.
UK and the US.
I don't know about UK because there's been been a lot of far right movement in the UK recently, like protests and other stuff like that. The one comment they got: no one's going to these places; they're overrun with.
Oh, brother!
I know. And then
you know why you're not going? Because you want to sit in your stupid ass little fucking bubble. You weren't gonna go regardless. Cope. Period.
Right.
This is such a. I hope this video is somewhat accurate.
I'm sure it is. It looks like they're using some type of stats. They're using like Pew Research.
AI.
Yeah, which grabs stats. So let's see.
Have always been like siblings, sharing language, culture, and wars. But in 2025, even this special relationship is under serious stress. U.S. favorability has dropped from 49% to just 37% in Britain as frustrations mount over trade disputes, foreign policy, and perceived American arrogance.
Yeah.
British tabloids mock U.S. politics almost daily. American visitors say they've been called out in pubs, avoided during tours, or asked if they voted for that guy, referring to Trump. Even travel agencies report fewer Brits are vacationing in the U.S., and those who do
well, yeah, I think that has to do because the immigration was like holding people from like Germany and like France and other places too, and because they have something on their phone or something like that, like a meme or something like.
There was.
It's like it's stupid. Yeah.
Often say, we'll just go once, then move on. If Britain was once America's most reliable friend, 2025 shows even old friendships can wear thin. Number 3, Denmark. Denmark, polite, peaceful, and neutral, rarely makes headlines.
Trump.
But even here, resentment is building. It started with former President Trump's renewed push to buy Greenland, a territory Denmark controls. The insult was...
I mean, it is a little strange that Denmark controls this like indigenous area.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it doesn't mean that Trump should have any say on how that would
play out. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That man, he just be talking. And then I think people just latch on to stupid things he says. Even if we know deep down he couldn't actually do these things,
Yeah.
It's like, just shut up.
Yeah.
Please.
It wasn't just political. It felt colonial, dismissive, and disrespectful. And it hasn't been forgotten. In 2025, a new poll found that only 20% of Danes have a favorable view of the U.S., the lowest in Western Europe. More than 90,000 Danes have joined an online boycott of American products, and even American brands like Starbucks and Apple report a drop in sales. Tourists have been asked bluntly, Do you think your country can just buy ours?
Do they think, I'm sorry, I could never, and I'm not, maybe I'm just being reactionary because I haven't actually seen this, okay? I'm sure it's happened. If anyone really tried to, okay, I get you questioning other people's government or getting their perspective. Like, what do you think about this or that? That, I think, is healthy and important when you are interacting with people from other parts of the world. But if somebody's just gonna assume, like, you think you guys can just blah blah,
there's no way
I can't imagine someone actually doing that sober and with their chest.
I don't think it started right there. I think there was probably a conversation that
That's
happened
what I'm
or
saying.
something,
Yeah.
like, and then that happened.
That's why I don't trust this narrator. What's going on over here?
I mean, obviously, I think they're trying also to like stir up something a little bit.
I don't like that because that's unproductive.
And while Denmark remains scenic and clean, the undercurrent for Americans is unmistakable. You're no longer just another tourist. You're a symbol. Number 2, France.
Not shocking.
A cold shoulder in the city of light. France has always had a love-hate relationship with the U.S., admiring American culture while critiquing its politics. But now it's mostly hate. Recent IFOP polling shows only 34% of French people support the U.S., with nearly 3 in 4 believing America is no longer a true ally. Tariffs, climate disputes, and foreign interference have only added fuel to the fire. American travelers now routinely report covering U.S. flag patches, using fake Canadian accents, or avoiding political conversations entirely. One Oregon tourist even said, "For the first time, I was embarrassed to be American." Meanwhile, French universities are seeing a boom in American students fleeing U.S. education cuts, a sign of trust moving in reverse. France is still romantic, still iconic, but the welcome? No longer warm.
Was it ever warm? I feel like the French are just known for being not the most approachable. I'm speaking. I'm like whispering.
I know.
Number 1, Canada. The closest friend. Now, distant. And finally, Canada. If the U.S. had one relationship that felt unbreakable, it was this one. But now, that friendship is cracking. Why? Repeated political insults, trade tariffs, and calling Canada America's 51st state didn't help either. Today, only 25% of Canadians view the U.S. favorably, according to Angus Reid Institute. One Michigan man who frequently crosses into Ontario says, "I used to chat with people at gas stations. Now, they just stare or ignore me." In places like Whistler or Vancouver, tourists say they avoid...
from what I've heard, Vancouver is very left-leaning. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Political conversations in...
That's the problem with the left sometimes, is that they are so resistant to...
Have a conversation.
They have like an issue with purity politics. It's like you won't even... I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of people that are like extreme left, they won't even consider that someone from a certain area maybe doesn't agree with the politics there, you know? Again, I truly think this video is a teeny bit exaggerated.
I agree.
You know, I do give humans a little more grace. I do think the majority of humans can decipher like nuance versus like dying on a hill of like, you must be supportive of this bullshit and I hate you, and I don't think the majority of people think that way.
I also think that more people than not are able to differentiate that people that live in a country are not their government, you know, like it's their individual people
entirely, or even pretend they're European. Canada hasn't closed its doors, but it's made it clear you're no longer the favorite neighbor. This isn't about fear. It's about respect and whether America still commands it. Because if the global mood has shifted, it isn't just political. It's personal. It's social. It's travel. It's identity.
Okay, that's Vegas. Right,
that is Vegas, yeah.
From Turkey to Canada, from Berlin to Cancun, American tourists are discovering they no longer arrive as heroes, but as question marks.
I do think there was a time, I don't think it was in our adult life, but there was a time where I think when Americans traveled, people were like, so fascinated and we're just
I agree. I agree.
Versus now, and
I think it was when Obama was president.
And before, maybe a little too. I really don't know, because there's always been like Democrat, Republican here, but it never felt so extreme until Trump decided to run.
Yeah.
So that's where things get like a little, heated and
Marks. So here's the big question. Is this a temporary dip in goodwill or a permanent change in how the world sees America? Let me know in the comments. I read everyone.
I read everyone.
And if you care about where the world is heading,
subscribe now.
Because this conversation, it's only just beginning.
I know. I honestly forget that we're still in the first year. Oh, God. Okay. Well, yeah. Let us know if you think this is over-exaggerated or if you think it's under. Well, that doesn't work. If it's if you think it's like not, whatever, you know what I mean.
Accurate or not.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. And
they're gonna be like, it's not accurate. Actually, the entire world fucking
I know.
You.
Like, comment, subscribe, guys, and jump over to our vlog channel. Subscribe.